Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Elaine Bartlett's show, The Purple Portal. So you've stepped into Never Neverland, Never Neverland, and Ever Wonderland with me. And I'm so happy to be with you here again, particularly today, although I think I feel that way every Tuesday. But today, there's going to be messages right off the bat. One of them, which I will happily share, as I was driving here today, and this I would not be seeing in Bergen County, New Jersey, for those of you who are listening up in the Jersey area, but I will surely share it as I was coming along through Merritt Island to get over to the station. There, strutting along in all of its splendor, was the most beautiful male peacock. So those of you who have animals speak, if I saw it, you saw it under the law of one. So you need to be looking up about the energy of a peacock. And it is a messenger of resurrection and singing your song and new possibilities. So I was so excited and delighted because part of our show today is going to be on the new possibilities that are being generated because of the huge galactic opening today and the fact that galactically the moon changed signs and the Chinese zodiac changing in a couple of days. So this peacock was like the perfect buddy to step forth and just strut his stuff. So happy, as I say, this is not going to happen driving down Ridgewood Avenue in New Jersey, but it sure can happen on Merritt Island. So there we have it. And now I do want to share, because I think I'm going to get in the habit of kind of sharing just some little morsel of divine guidance from a lovely oracle that I use. And I decided that I would try to make this pretty much habit forming because last week, apparently, I spoke about cellular healing. And a wonderful friend of mine, who she and her husband are going through some very severe, difficult times with chemotherapy and radiation. And she called me later and just said that message just lifted her out of a morass of sadness and sorrow and not feeling well. So today we're going to try again for a whole different guidance system. And, when something hits home with you and it resonates, it really encourages me when you share that because we all need encouragement. These are very challenging times. And so even those of us who are consistently, trying to practice what we know, we do slip and slide. So as we encourage each other, it doesn't get any better. So if something resonates with you, please share it with me. Go to my Purple Portal 777 777 at gmail.com and drop a note like, yep, that struck a chord. Or check into my website. Do something, but connect. We need to be connected. There's way more power in connection versus disconnection. All right. So the message for today. Are we ready? Like I should have a big drum roll or something. Okay. The message is, oh, that's so interesting. This is a message from loved ones. This would be a message from your friends and loved ones who have crossed over and want you to know that they are with you. You are being wrapped in their loving energy, and you must ask to feel their presence and their sense of peace and their serenity within your heart and mind. Because, now this is for a very select few, some of you have a feeling that they left without a feeling of peace and serenity, that they hadn't actually gotten to that place. Matter of fact, I'm probably one of those people that I was always questioning whether my own mother had gotten to that sense of peace and serenity. Oh, well, I think you can all nod off. I have a feeling the message might first and foremost be for me because of a dream I actually had early this morning about my mother, and she didn't seem all that happy. Well, this is telling me, get over it. She is happy. So those of us who think that maybe there was a little glitch in their passing, be at peace in your heart and in your mind. They are enjoying the other side, and they deeply desire for each of us to feel and find that peace within the world that we're still existing in as we know it. All they've done, is lighten up. So they do ask that I and you give up, get over, drop it off, any painful emotions that we have held on to, and allow their loving presence to flow in our heart. Because as we do that, we actually bring them a heightened sense of peace and serenity. So it's always a sense of, if I give to you, someone will give to me greater, and vice versa. And therein lies the secret of generosity and giving and receiving. So their final message is, feel their loving energy and joyfully live the gift of life while you are on earth. It is a gift. And I know at times some of us kind of question, what kind of gift is this? But it is a huge gift, because here in this dimension, we can experience different things that you actually can't experience once you lighten up. So you and I can share a hug. We can share a ride at an amusement park. We can have something yummy in our tummy. So there is really, and the experience of having a butterfly land on your finger, or smelling fresh cut grass, or the leaves in autumn. We get all that stuff. So it's a super thing. So I thank our loved ones for coming forth, and that includes the whole boatload of anyone who has left that you feel a little bit of wonderment about. Okay? So there we go. I also had a sense today, simply because we have stepped into May. So happy May, everybody. So I thought to myself, it's time that I coordinate the day of the week, the number of the month. So today's the 2nd, because my second book has actually numbered pages. So my book, Prosperity Portal, A Cosmic Gateway to the Land of Plenty, she wanted to make an appearance today. So here's page 2. True abundance refers to the accumulation of spiritual consciousness rather than the accumulation of material possessions. However, it does not preclude worldly prosperity. You can have both. We are to live with a sense of abundance and supply, and that our needs are met. Maybe your every want isn't met, but your every need is met. So you have to remain in that consciousness and trust it and believe it. And I was just sharing with my beloved station owner, Jeff, as I came in. I have to say, and I hope somebody calls in and tells me why this has gotten such a grip on the planet, and help my perspective on this thing because it absolutely baffles me. So as I'm coming through Merritt Island, one of the little schools is letting out, and this is a school for the little children, so oftentimes the mommies walk down to meet the kids. I'm not saying that you need to put on, you don't need to be dressed like Astor's pet horse to go get your children. But what I don't get is almost a disrespect for your own temple, so that the mommies look disheveled, disoriented, totally dishonoring themselves. Hair hasn't been combed in a week. But the thing I really don't get, that I'm looking for a little insight on, because I don't know how it got such a hold in the American consciousness, and it is torn clothing, with a sense that this is a designer chic thing to do. I'm like, what has happened here? Torn clothing to me says, oh my God, they're so poor, they can't even afford to patch the clothing. Whatever designers conjured up this thing, to me, from my perspective, this is how the dark force infiltrated American consciousness to an even greater extent, because it's a poverty consciousness. And I don't care how you slice it. I don't care if you tell me those jeans cost $300. I will tell you the appearance is less than beautiful. It looks dirty, it looks disheveled, and it looks poor. So people with torn jeans will never, ever be able to understand one single word that is written in my prosperity portal. They actually can't get through the portal because it's an insult to prosperity. So I don't know. But it's the tearing down of the American consciousness. It's the tearing down of our sense of beautiful. And beauty is an aspect of the God force that you are. So I just don't get it. But so if you need to tell me how you get it so that I could have a different appreciation of it, please call in 321-806-3159. 321-806-3159. And if after you see my perspective, all your torn jeans no longer make any sense to you, and you want to have a greater appreciation of wholeness and beauty, get rid of those suckers. And I'm not even going to say give them to someone else, because I don't want poverty consciousness in anybody's thinking, even if they can't afford jeans. Funny how it is. I don't know. And again, it's like everybody's like little sheep following this great trend. Ugh. Okay. You're listening to Elaine Bartlett at the Purple Portal. I do have some interesting stuff. We got, you know me, I got a lot to talk about today. I'm sort of hoping you call in with your stuff, but I got a lot to share. So if you need to call in with your stuff, get on with it. So I have to tell you about my friend Denise. Denise has a mother-in-law who last week was taking her husband to his chemotherapy treatment. And this has been going on for a good year or so. So the mother-in-law is very familiar with the drill. Okay. The mother-in-law stands up to get the husband a cup of coffee. And some which way between the standing up and pivoting to get the cup of coffee, all of a sudden, mother-in-law drops to the ground with a great big yelp and ouch, and she's in pain.